gray day. And yes, I wore this to take Amos to school. Some of you folks don't have to get out of the car, but we do because we have to go to the Speedway before school most mornings. So I slept in it and then put on a bra. Full disclosure. Still got my Edward scissor hands. These burns sticking out. So this morning, I was thinking about, I didn't do a video last night because I was real tired. We went to the county fair, which is one of my favorite activities. It's where my husband and I had our very first date. And anyway, it's fun to go to a fair in a small town. I never grew up doing that. Well, we had a fair in Rocky Mount, but I don't remember it being unbelievable. This fair, it's all grass. It's at the American Legion. The food is good. It feels pretty safe for the most part. And it's small. And on Tuesday nights, you can get 6 people to go in for $75, which is great, right? So it's like $12.50 a person instead of, I don't know, maybe around $30 the other nights. So we filled up our car and we headed out there yesterday about 4, which is a little bit early. Well, it started raining. Nobody had any raincoats. Just who cares? You know what? You're going to get wet. They have a county fair. So it's from Tuesday to Saturday, Debbie. Tuesday to Saturday. Hey, Lori. And Amos was over the top. So Amos is almost 10, has autism, ADHD, a genetic disorder. He was so excited. He has been wanting to go in the fun house for months. So we get there. He gets right in that fun house. And the woman who's working the fair says, I remember y'all from last year. I was like, oh, that's good. I was like, where can I sit out of the rain? So she says, you can sit up here on the side of the ride. So I'm going to go get myself one of those buckets of French fries so I can just go ahead and eat it because this is live, Katie. I can go ahead and eat it because I'm just sitting here anyway. And so I left Amos with her. She said she wanted some popcorn. Got her popcorn, got a Coke, got my French fries, and just popped a squat. And I put up this picture, and people were like, what's that picture of? It's me holding my hand out. Well, it was another mom from Edenton who came up and introduced herself and said, I have a son with autism. And I was at the dentist in Raleigh, and somebody at the dentist office told me I needed to meet you. So we had the nicest chat, and her son and Amos were in the same class together. Maybe last year. He's like a year younger. So that was really fun. So we did the fun house for a while. Then we did the slides. And when we got over to the slides, we had a dose of real life. So this doesn't happen very often. But Amos was doing the slide, and he was super Northern Lucas. Doesn't usually post in comment boxes, but he thinks I deserve this courtesy. Feel free to send me a friend request. Let's be honest. I'm not sending you any pictures of my privates, Lucas. I've just had to suspend you. And he's doing the slide. Well, he's looking at the lights. He's looking all around. And well, Northern Lucas just popped back up. I mean, what do these people do? I think I'm going to wake up and go spam a special needs mom's page. Well, they stop the ride. The guy from the bottom goes up to the top. He comes back down, and then he tells Amos, you can't do the ride. So I go up, and I said, what's the problem? He said, you have to go with him. And I was like, why? He said, the boss man says you have to go with him. So I march up 597 steps to talk to the boss man. And he says, you have to go with him. And I said, no, I don't have to go with him. And he said, well, types in his phone because he doesn't speak great English. He said, last year there was an accident. I said, I don't give a damn that there was an accident. He is fine, and you are discriminating against him. I said, Amos, do you want mommy to go with you? He said, no. And then he said, goodbye, Mommy. And he zipped down the slide. And the man was like, but you know what? And I get it. The slide, if you stood up on the slide, you could jump off the side and you would be smush on the ground. But Amos is almost 10. He knows to sit down on the slide. Just because he has autism or disability doesn't mean he has enough judgment. Now, would I have him crossing back and forth on the street with cars? No. But this was safe, you know, or safe enough. And he was enjoying it. And so, same way that we went on a helicopter, poor man following his orders. Yes, that's why I went and talked to the boss man. But just because somebody's different doesn't mean they can't do a slide. Yes, he was letting other 10-year-olds go down on their own. He was letting other 6-year-olds go down on their own. And 7-year-olds, yes, tons of small children were going down on their own. There was no, the height requirement was like 36 inches. Amos is like 52. This won't nothing but him being worried that Amos might just, you know, fly overboard. But anyway, we got that straight. Well, then we went on the carousel, and he wanted to go on different rides, but he couldn't because the rain had kind of stopped some of them. So he might go back today. But it was fun. And we got a cheeseburger from the American Legion booth, and we got a snow cone, and we got some donuts, and we got a funnel cake. Yeah, but good for him for, you know, he said, no, goodbye, Mommy. How did he know Amos was special? Well, because Amos is Amos, you know, he was looking around and not talking, and, you know, he's Amos. I mean, you know that he's different from when he was a little fella. You know that he's different, which is okay. And, you know, it was kind of a win for me. And the win for me was the fair is a little bit like 4th of July. I love the fair. I love 4th of July. And belonging to Amos means that I have missed some of the fun things, like 4th of July years that we couldn't listen to the fireworks. So my husband or I, one of us would have to stay in, side with him. Usually it was me, just because, you know, everybody wants their mama. And the fair, I've always gone to the fair. When he was in a stroller, it was okay. But the last few years, he has kind of run circles. And last year, he sort of dialed in on this fun house. And so my husband and I would take turns. One of us would sit at the fun house, and the other person would walk around. But last night, it was raining, so I told my husband not to come. And I said, we went really early when he was still working, because I had a video last night on HCM, hypertrophic HCM. It's a silent heart killer. You need to go watch it. And so it was just me. And but I went knowing you're not going to get to talk to people. This is not like social hour for Adrian. This is take Amos to the fair. And what's that going to look like? And so that looked like me sitting on the ride, talking to the ride operator. Yes, cardiomyopathy. Thank you, Donna. And my friend Mary Scott was there. So we walked around a teensy bit when I could get Amos away for a minute. And we sat on the bench for a little while until I had to go convince the ride man to let him go down the ride with her daughter, who's a year younger, and who had no problem riding the ride. And it was just really fun. It was really fun. And I think a lot of the fun had to do with me knowing what it was going to be like, you know? So I guess it really comes down to our attitude about things. And it's so easy for me to forget that, especially in this weather. You know, you just want to be foul. Or I do. But being positive and, okay, we're going to try it. And yeah, I shared with my subscribers a video of the carousel. He really did enjoy it. Anyway, it's important. There was one other thing. And we got his report card in. And this is what I was going to talk to the subscribers about this morning. So the report card, did you take him to the NC State Fair? No, he would not like it. It's too big. You're crazy? I'm not going to go all the way to Raleigh. No way, Jose. Where is the report card? Oh, I must have had to send it back. Must have had to is actually not a word. must have had a. He got a 98 and something, a 98 and something, 100 and something, and then an 85 in reading, which is funny that reading, honestly, you would think was his best subject because he's been reading since before he was potty trained. You know, he read my coffee cup when he was about 3 and I didn't know he could read. And, but reading, you know, they're real keen on that comprehension crap of those bad stories. Whoever in North Carolina puts up those tests for those stories, it's like Jim and Mike went for a walk on a concrete path. There were lots of cracks in it. In one crack, they saw a leaf. In another crack, they saw a stick. In the last crack, they saw a big leaf. What do you think they enjoyed the most about the cracks? We got a progress report, Elizabeth, not real report cards. But I got the grades, and I looked at them, and you know what my first thought was? These aren't his grades. They've made this up to make me feel good. That literally was my first thought. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm thinking, like, do I write a note to his teacher? Like, is this accurate? Honor. Shh. Oh my God. Stop. Yes, sir. Hi. Oh, okay, great.
And get yours to take it back.
Perfect.
And got some things here for you to sign.
Okay, and give to you?
You want to get
Well, I'm on a video, but I can do it.
Okay. Let me see. And please replace this.
Let me get you have a pen?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
But you take a picture. Of course, you're on video, though.
Oh, yeah, I don't need a picture.
Okay. It says please send one, but if you can just
Oh, do I keep these?
This will be your copy right here.
Oh, okay.
Customer copy for transport. Let's see. Want to make sure policy number, your insurance information. Go along with them tags.
Yes, they have it, or they should have it every time we do it.
That's
It's in the car.
That's short copy. This right here is their copy right here.
Okay.
And if you would, just the information.
That's in my car.
Okay, that's in your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
4475. And then where do I sign?
Let's see, I think
Down
you
here.
sign, that's the email.
They got that.
Okay, that right there.
6761.
And I believe addition drive.
There we go. Okay, I signed down there.
Okay, you signed
Yeah.
there and everything, all right.
Okay.
Yes, let me see. All right, that's all. I don't see any highlighted.
Okay.
Let's see, make sure here, driver's license, driver's number.
Yeah, that's up there.
Okay, agent, that's it, we get to report.
Okay.
I guess that's all, everything, as far as I know, you signed that.
Okay.
What's the date?
Oh, 9/26.
9/26, I just put that in here.
Okay.
9/26.
And is the car still on? Your car?
I might have.
Light on.
I think the lights is on. this is the keys to
Okay,
it. I didn't
thank
lock
you.
it. I didn't lock
Okay, and the key to that one is in the car.
Okay. Please have customer sign, fill out both copies.
Okay.
So, I see. Please send a picture of customer
Yes.
license to David.
I can do that again. I send it to him about every week.
Do you?
You think he can just hold on to it?
Okay, if you can just do that,
Yep.
of the driver's, customer's license to David.
Okay.
If you'll just do that.
Yeah, I sure will.
That'd be perfect.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right then.
Have a nice trip.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. We interrupt this program for my car loaner. So this, see that Jeep down there they brought me? I would just like to give a shout out to the Jeep dealership in Greenville, East Carolina, Dodge Jeep. They will come pick up your car for an oil change or whatever and bring you a freaking loaner. Do you realize how often I didn't take care of cars because I couldn't get the darn car in there? I'd like to have a vet that will come pick up the dog and take them places. Oh, God, what was I talking about? Oh, the report card. So the report card, which I guess I've sent back to school, my first thought was this can't be real. Because just a few years ago, he wasn't even in a traditional classroom. He's in 3rd grade this year. And he's not perfect. Honor. Quiet. 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 It's in there.
It is?
Yes,
Okay.
It's in the little cup holder.
Okay, thank you.
Gosh. You have got to get yourself under control. No, it will make you want to buy a Jeep. Oh my God. Literally, there's no reason we even need an alarm system. Phew. Yes, really good customer service. So you just love my lives. Well, they're full of excitement. And so I showed it to my husband. I said, look at Amos's progress report. I said, he's got 100 and something and a something in this and a something in this. And he was like, wow, that is awesome. And I said, well, do you think those are really his grades? And he was like, what in the world are you talking about? I said, well, it's just hard for me to think that he has grades like that. And I've really got to talk to the teacher. I mean, I'm still I'm flabbergasted, you know? When you have a child that you're like, I remember worrying that he wasn't going to walk, you know, or speak. And sometimes you don't do any of those things. And then I'm like, he does math? Well, we'll see. Everybody's laughing at my comments. Honor. People are like, you don't lock your door? Well, I lock the door. I have Cujo, the service dog, in here. Oh, God, and the gas people are getting ready to come. Do you think she's going to like that? Are you going to gobble up the gas people, too? Anyway, that's all I got. Subscribers, see you in a minute. We're going to have a chit-chat. We had a progress report. Maybe he's different when he's not around you. Maybe he's not autistic when he's not around me. No, I'm so proud. It's shocking. It's shocking to me. If you had told me that Amos it's shocking to me. I'm still not quite sure. That whole math thing, he's never been great in math. So I'm like, yeah, my friend Amanda yesterday said her son got this perfect, exactly, Amanda. He got this perfect behavior chart And she was like, we've never gotten a perfect behavior chart. And I commented, I would have been like, was he awake? Yes, I do like my Jeep a lot. I love the service. The service, I'm telling you, you could anything. If you come and deal with the car and I don't have to, and it's covered or paid for, you know, because you bought an expensive car, then it makes me feel like I'm getting a bargain. The same way that I go to the fair on Tuesday night because it's 6 people for $75. And then I paid $30 for a snake. Here, I'm going to show you the snake. The guy was like, now it's $10 a game at the fair now. Well, Amos starts picking up those darts and bing, 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 bing at the balloons. I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to pay for them. He was like, you get a small animal. I said, how much for that snake? He was like, oh, it's 3 or 4. I was like, you said 3. Here's $30. BJ Toy Company. The snake probably costs like 99 cents on Amazon. Darn it. My friend Mary Scott was like, the fair has gotten so expensive. I said, that's because you played 500 games. We don't play games at our house. Well, we played that one. Games are too much. No games. You can play Monopoly at home. Fairs are for riding rides. Okay. Subscribers, see you in a minute if you need usually subscriber videos are morning coffee chats. So very low key and